legends say if the fair one is sacrificed, the monster will leave in peace.
Welcome back to my dark corner of this sick world.
Does it possibly concern more sea monsters?
Producer Roger Corman managed to obtain free use of a mini submarine for Monster from the Ocean Floor, and he puts it to good use from the start as heroine Julie goes swimming. Best meet cute I have ever seen.
Well, hello. Can I give you a lift?
This is how marine biologist Steve picks up women. Just drives into them until someone takes an interest.
Well, that's my submarine.
Big, isn't it?
It'll do anything an airplane can do.
Don't oversell it, mate. Just take her for a spin. She has to cling on to the outside, and the seduction continues with that classic marine biologist chat-up line.
One female cod alone lays over 8 million eggs.
Know what I mean? And to close the deal, Steve brings out his slide collection.
For their size, the most deadly in the world. It's lucky for us they never grow any larger than this.
Bit of foreshadowing there, but things turn dark when Steve is asked to find a missing diver. Locating only his empty suit, which is still done up.
No man gets through that.
Later, Julie and Steve go on a proper date.
Something bothering you, Julie?
The dead guy, maybe?
Don't think a sea serpent got him.
But this is what Julie thinks, owing to a conversation she had earlier.
You mean some kind of a sea monster?
She wants to solve the mystery and help the local people.
Somebody's got to do something about it.
While Steve
But abalone divers have drowned before.
doesn't.
I still don't see why you have to stick your pretty little chin out.
Steve is a dick.
Lovely girls just don't run around worrying about non-existent sea monsters.
Julie starts questioning the locals.
Big red eye.
It is not like anything we have ever seen.
More bigger than a house.
Bigger, too. Even 3 wagons.
Building our expectations until... Wisely, the film does not rely on the monster to be the sole threat. There's also stock footage.
Relax, Julie. An octopus is the biggest coward in the sea.
I don't care. Get me out of here.
But she does have reason to be nervous.
The fairest must be sacrificed to the thing.
As the superstitious locals plan to appease the monster by sacrificing her.
That would be
The young Americana.
The unwilling Pablo, played by director Wyott Ordung, is given the task, and he tricks Julie into a terrifying encounter with a shark. Oh, sweet. Pablo tries again, letting the air out of her tank. So she just comes back up. Foiled again. She's too cunning for me.
Very strange.
Meanwhile, Steve and his boss examine the tissue samples that Julie has sent them
Why, it's assimilating the meat.
and identify them as belonging to a giant amoeba.
It even could be caused by the radiation from the Bikini explosion.
That's the nuclear tests on Bikini Atoll, not an exploding bikini.
Why, that's ridiculous.
As Steve races back to warn Julie, she has dived again, and a thrilling chase ensues. I feel like Julie has the edge. Steve arrives in his sub to save the day. Beyond the obvious, there are problems with this film, like cutting between location and non-location shots.
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Whatever you do, don't head for the surface. He'll snap off your legs like ripe bananas.
We have the unmatched terror of the B-movie musical number.
My love is like a red, red rose.
And of course,
Didn't want to bore you.
then you shouldn't have had all those damn underwater scenes. Good grief. But believe it or not, This is kind of an important film, the first produced by the legendary Roger Corman.
Everyone doesn't share our enthusiasm.
Its success, the foundation on which he built his extraordinary career, and while he made much better films than this, he also made way worse.
It's nice work if you can get it.
Julie is a strong protagonist.
That's one of the reasons the world's in such a mess, Steve. Everybody's afraid to start something. Well, I'm not.
And while Steve is a dick,
Here we go again.
he admits he was wrong,
You were right all the time.
which is definitely not a given in these films.
I'm sorry.
And it's interesting to see how, right from the start, Roger Corman, in contrast to so many makers of similar films, knew instinctively how to do just enough.
He don't do nothing.
No more, but no less.
Hey, that's good.
Thanks for watching. For more Roger Corman reviews, click here. Actor Jonathan Hayes, who plays Joe, was pumping gas when he got this role and is still acting 66 years later. What are your favourite plucked from obscurity stories? Let us know in the comments below.
What do you say we go back and slip into a nice dry martini, huh?